Is anyone else, or is it just me, feeling like we are living in an unprecedented SHIT show is going to come down the pipeline and land on my plate? And in fact, if I hear one more ounce of bad news, I am going to absolutely lose my mind, honey. You are not alone. I hear people talking about this all day, every day. You just have to go outside or to your local Target store to feel the energy of people in their fear, in their uncertainty, in all of their trauma responses as we're navigating what is actually a wild time to be a human being on this earth. So lean in when I tell you this: hard times build legends. I'm going to repeat that again, my love. Hard times, the absolute brutal, most challenging, the most unthinkable is when we birth the most legendary leaders, creators, artists, movers, and shakers. And today I'm going to explain to you why that is and 3 steps that you can take to birth your own friggin' legend at this time. So let's get into why is it that hard times birth legends. So, right now, there is a lot coming at your nervous system. There's a lot that's happening inside your own internal landscape, like your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own beliefs, your own inner child, right? You're managing your own little human all day, every day. And that can be a lot for some people. On top of it, you've got your people that you take care of, whether that's your partner, your family, your community, your friends, whatever, right? They've got their stuff going on. Then you've got your work stuff going on. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the way in which that we are working as a collective is vastly changing. We are innovating and accelerating and, dare I say, expanding at an unprecedented pace right now. We are in this moment completely changing how we work, how we create, how we lead, and what tools and resources we use, how we leverage talent. All of that is elevating and changing very, very quickly. So it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. I have clients that are interior design companies. Their industry is changing. I have clients that are in the hospital field. Their industry is changing. I have clients that are in sales for big retailers. Their industry are changing. My industry is in the personal development, healing arts, coaching is changing. So the way in which we work is drastically changing. And then we've just got, like her earth things happening, weather things happening, traumas, tragedies, politics, wars, all this stuff that you're reading on the news, which I highly don't recommend that you do, is putting you in this place where you feel like you are in a pressure cooker and at any minute you're about to blow. But here is where I need you to see the opportunity that sits in front of you. You see, when you have your dark night of the soul, your darkest moment, when you are maybe even nearing a rock bottom, maybe your marriage is in a crisis, maybe your health is in a crisis, maybe your business or your financial state is in a crisis, maybe you are just deeply unfulfilled, your anxiety is taking over, but you are in a low and you are feeling like there is not one more frigging thing I can take. Here's what I want you to choose. And choosing is a very powerful and important word here. Here's what I want you to choose to see. You're at a crossroads, my love. You are at a fork in a friggin' road where you are either going to go left and go self-sabotage like you've always done because you're a human just trying to keep yourself safe. And so the human in you is going to do anything he or she can do to numb, avoid, run away, right? Survive. Or you're going to do something different this time. And you're going to choose the right path, which is the path of self with a capital S, higher self. We call the higher self the spirit. the soul, the frequency of the truth of who you are. We call that self with a capital S in IFS therapy, internal family systems. So anytime you hear people talking about inner child, protectors, self, that's all IFS. Okay. Shout out. A lot of people in the spiritual community call that higher self. In my community, we call that the inner CEO. So the inner CEO is the highest and best version of you, the one that's already healed, that knows she's enough, that can handle hard things, that trusts herself, that believes she's right on time, that knows everything is happening for her and she's got a big mission and it's all going to work out and she's got gifts and she's worthy and she's deserving. That version of you is who I'm speaking to right now. I am not speaking to and standing for your protective parts and your inner children that are afraid. I understand that you have protective parts and inner children that are afraid. And I have compassion and love. And there's tools that I teach you how to acknowledge their feelings and love on them so they're not calling the shots in your life. But today, I'm speaking to your inner CEO, your higher self that knows at this crossroads, at this particular point in time, when things are rapidly shifting and changing, I can either default into sabotage or I can consciously choose self, which is my higher self, which is my big vision, my big mission, who I desire to be, who I'm becoming, the one that's in her integrity, that stands for things, that believes in herself. I'm choosing that. And when you get real with yourself and you face your self-sabotaging tendencies and you heal those parts so that you can choose the self path over and over and over again, baby, who you become in that process is simply a freaking legend, because that ain't the easy road. If it was, everybody would take it. But when things really try to crumble me, I know that I'm being tested. And I'm being tested to show what I can hold and what I can handle. Because the more pain that I can hold and handle, the more pleasure, the more wealth, the more abundance I become available for. So when I'm being tested, if I choose sabotage, if I'm going to numb it out, eat it, drink it, shop it, avoid, run away, perfect, people please, shape shift, abandon myself, have shitty boundaries, all those things are self-sabotage. All I'm doing is telling myself I don't see my own value. I don't see the queen that I am. And the frequency that I'm omitting into the universe is I can't handle it. So guess what I get? I get mediocre results. I get mediocre relationships. I get mediocre health. I get mediocre success because what I'm showing I can handle is mediocre. And that's an okay place to be. If you choose to live there, I will not judge you. Many human beings choose to live there. I do not judge. But something tells me that if you're watching this video, you're like me. You see a challenge and you run like a psycho toward it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You've already been extraordinarily resilient time and time and time again. You do the work. You don't choose the easy thing. You choose the thing that you know is going to take you to a new place, new level. That's the invitation. You're going to choose yourself this time, but that's the hard path. Why? Because you have to put your big girl panties on and you have to live with integrity. No numbing out. I sit in my pain. I move it out of my body. I manage how I talk to myself. I use my tools and regulate my nervous system, and I consciously choose the thing that's going to liberate me. Whether that's the counseling session, the coaching session, the diet, the workout plan, the taking a rest when I need to, the being inspired, the spending the family time, the pitching my services. It's doing the thing that stretches me. So when you face your sabotaging parts and you choose self, you choose inner CEO, what's going to happen in that process is you're going to uncover a part of who you are that completely changes who you believe yourself to be, and therefore how you show up, and therefore the results that you yield. Who you are when you're in a crisis says everything about the life that you have, my love. I'm saying this with so much love and compassion, even though my tone is straightforward. So, should you choose the right path, should you choose the path of self and inner CEO, you're going to have to step up. But who you become in that process is someone who can hold duality, can hold responsibility, can handle her business, and trust herself because of what she just watched herself do, which then makes you an energetic match for what? More opportunity, more wealth, more abundance, more joy, more play, more pleasure, whatever it is that you're calling in. You're showing yourself and the universe, I am deserving of more. I got this. What else you got for me? So hard times birth legends because we figure it out, and who we become in that process is next freaking level. It's next level leadership. It's next level creation and innovation, right? So let me give you 3 steps, 3 things you can do right away to start birthing the legend instead of falling into self-sabotage. Number 1, change your mindset. Change your mindset. I use the word hard on purpose. That is not the word that I would use in my personal and professional life. I don't see things as hard. Hard has a weird frequency. It's not hard. It might be a stretch. It might be but it's also an opportunity. I know the hardest things when I decide is the biggest blessing. So hard doesn't actually fit the experience. Now that I've climbed out of the depths of hell 50 times, it's not hard. It's alchemical, is what it really is, right? Stop calling it hard. This time, I am not what people are going through. That is not my point. I am saying we choose how we respond. We can either spin on how hard it is and really fall into some victim mode stuff. Or we can look at it and see the challenge and see the opportunity and go, hard? Like what? No, it's a challenge. Let's freaking go. Here's something very specific that has changed my relationship with hard. I believe that leaders are bridges and bridges are tested. Okay, I learned this from one of my mentors. Leaders are bridges and bridges are tested. I'm a leader. I always have been. I'm the leader of myself. I'm the leader of my family. I'm a mother of 2. I'm the leader of my marriage. I'm the leader of my business. I'm the leader of my clients. I'm the leader in my community. I'm a leader because I've consciously chosen these beautiful blessings in my life, like my family, my business, my clients. And because I have a big heart and I want to help a lot of people and I have a big ass vision and mission, you better believe I'm going to be tested. But I signed up. So the more I'm tested, instead of seeing it as, oh, woe is me, how come bad things always happen to me? It's one bad thing after the other. Everything's changing. I can't. I go, God, Mother Nature, the universe, source, whatever you resonate with, sees something in me. My higher power knows the girl has potential. I get more responsibility. Handle it or do I sabotage? I get more opportunities. Do I handle it or do I sabotage? I get more visibility. Do I handle it? Do I sabotage? Intimacy, more connection. Do I handle it? Do I sabotage? So when things get crunchy for me, and they do, y'all, to be human on this planet means you're going to live through contraction. But there's always expansion after the contraction. So when I get a contraction, as much as there's a part of me that's like, I do not want to go through another contraction. This is not the best use of my time, energy, and sanity, girl. I got things to do. I do not have time for this. There's a bigger part of me that knows there's a piece of gold that I get to excavate from the hands of heart-led women leaders will change the world. If I want to be a good steward, I needed to grow up a little and learn some things. So I did. Was it painful? Yes. Did I feel like the bottom was crashing out? Yes. Did I sabotage? For a little bit I did, and things got worse. until I saw it. Down, we're going down. Houston, there's a problem. I'm in sabotage. No, 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 no. And make the choice. I'm choosing, and I write that in my journal and I put it on a sticky note where I see it every day. And I see the hard thing as there's a lesson for me here that I need in order to succeed at the next level. Things, hard things, and see it as the opportunity that it is to stretch you into the next level of whatever it is you desire. Number 2, regulate your damn. Okay, I can't tell you guys this enough. Cannot act creativity in our highest and best frequency. Most of us are quite literally walking around 100% of the time dysregulated. This is why we're all inflamed, okay? And reactively to regulate your nervous system. What is your morning ritual? Start your day looking at your text goes offline. So if we survive in these unprecedented times, but maybe even we create something new, we have to be regular because we can't rationalize, we can't analyze, we can't strategize when we're dysregulated. So regulate your nervous system through a morning ritual, a meditation practice, and breathing throughout your day. And once you make that a habit for 30 days, you can build. Y'all, I spend probably 4 hours a day doing things to regulate my nervous system, to get out of my head and into my body, and to connect energetically so that I can create things that are potent and powerful. We cannot be our best self. So if each day I was connecting to that vision, what is a baby step that I would take right now that moves me closer to that? What starts with how I treat myself and how I take care of myself? What are my daily health and wellness rituals? Then it starts with knowing what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and showing up and doing the damn thing. If you're walking on earth right now, it's like 1 in a 400 trillion chance that you were actually born. If that statistic doesn't make you know that you matter, like I don't know how else to convince you. The odds were not in your favor of your Fanny being born. So if you're here, it's on purpose. It's for a reason. You have a voice, you have energy, and you have a gift that you are ready to bring to the world. But only you can connect to it, unearth it, and unapologetically put it out there. You've got to know that you're worthy, because when you know that, it's easier to show up and take aligned action day in and day out. All right, my love. So just to recap, number 1, shift your mindset around hard. It's an opportunity. Number 2, regulate your damn nervous system. And number 3, take daily intentional action. If you want to go deeper into this work, there's all the links in the show notes. Okay. You can connect and get a consult with us. We do one-to-one stuff. We do group stuff. I do have a masterclass coming up July 31st in the evening called Liberation, which is going to set up for my next mastermind. So make sure that you guys are on my email list so that you can be the first to know about that live experience with me, because it's going to be off the effing hook. And if there's something in this video that pulled on the strings of your heart, it means you're ready. And so I will save you a seat in that masterclass. Until then, I want you to make this your weekly mantra. Hard times build legends. I'm sending you so much love today, and always take care of yourself and there for each other. Bye for now.